Bienvenue dans votre nouveau numéro de décryptage sur Africa 24. 5 ans après l'adoption de l'agenda 2063, l'Union africaine a vu le lancement du premier rapport sur ce document en février 2020 à Addis Abeba, en Éthiopie. Avec un score global de 32% par rapport aux objectifs de 2019, le niveau d'implémentation est satisfaisant selon l'ancienne présidente de la Commission de l'Union africaine et championne de l'agenda 2063, Madame NKOSAZANA Dlamini-Zuma. C'est justement elle que nous recevons dans ce nouveau numéro de décryptage. Vous avez consacré votre présidence à promouvoir l'agenda 2063 et voilà que sort le premier rapport sur son implémentation. Comment l'avez-vous accueilli?
Yes, I'm very happy and very excited about the first report on progress because it means Agenda 2063 is real. It means we are already on the road towards Agenda 2063. The report shows that many countries, at least I think the 31 that reported and 6 regional regs, shows that they are taking Agenda 2063 seriously and they are honestly reporting on their progress. And so I'm very happy about it. Of course, the progress that we see in the report is not a true reflection of what's going on because many countries do not have all the data. They don't collect the statistics according to the goals of Agenda 2063. So where there is no data, a country gets 0. So therefore, it may look like countries are not performing, whereas it's just that they don't disaggregate the data. So that's one of the things that need to be attended to, the disaggregation of the data. But also those countries that seem to be doing well are the ones that have domesticated Agenda 2063, which means they've integrated it into their national plans. So whatever they do is integrated with Agenda 2063. So whatever they measure in their countries, they measure what they are doing in Agenda 2063. The other area that makes it less than what it should be is that the reports of the ADB were not integrated, whereas the African Development Bank is very much involved with the countries in implementing Agenda 2063 through their high fives. So we've agreed now that their report must also be integrated. So when the next reporting cycle comes, that report will be integrated. So it will begin to give us a better picture of how countries are doing. But it's clear that we need to do a lot more, especially on areas of prosperity, the skills revolution for young people, we need to do a lot more there. Jobs for young people, we need to do a lot more. But also the integration of women into the economy and into all areas of human endeavor that needs to be scaled up, and infrastructure need to be scaled up, industrialization and manufacturing, and especially with the continental free trade coming, countries need to manufacture so that they can have goods to trade amongst themselves. The other area that I think needs improvement is the involvement of other sectors of society. Because when Agenda 2063 was conceptualized, it was conceptualized with everybody. Business people took part, workers took part, artists, women, youth, religious leaders, and so on. So we need to bring them on board also in the implementation, because Agenda 2063 is not a program just for governments. It's a program for everyone, including yourselves as media. So that's an area that needs to be strengthened. Also, we conceptualized it with the diaspora as well. We had lots of conferences with the diaspora about it, and I think the diaspora can play a very critical role in the implementation. They have the skills, they have experience from other countries where they are. Some of them have resources, they can also invest in our Agenda 2063. So I think that part needs to be strengthened. And there's a lot more to be done, but I think for now, we should be happy that the implementation is there, but also we have a tool to measure progress. And for the first time, we're actually measuring progress on a program, on a continental program.
Parlant de l'adoption de l'agenda 2063, que diriez-vous aux autorités africaines et aux citoyens africains en général?
Well, I think we should learn from best practice. Namibia, for instance, they took Agenda 2063 right up to the districts, up to the villages, and popularized it so that everybody understood what it is, what is expected. Of course, they say people now, because they know, they ask, how far are we? What are we doing about this? And I think that's what we should be doing. We should not only integrate it into our national plans, we should popularize it. We should take it right down to the village and right down to the district, to the local government, so that everybody in the country understands it and implements it.
Êtes-vous optimiste quant au délai de la mise en œuvre de cet agenda?
I'm optimistic because if there is commitment and goodwill and political will, things will happen. But of course, some of the constraints would be the budgets. Some countries may be willing to do things, but the budget may be slow. But I'm quite optimistic that when we celebrate as the continent 100 years of the formation of the OAU, now AU, we will be celebrating a totally different Africa than we have today.
Vous vous êtes vaillamment battu pour ce programme. Quel serait votre message aux Africains et surtout la classe dirigeante?
Well, my message is, let's stay the course. Let's implement Agenda 2063. Let's have collective reflection. Let's learn from each other. Let's learn from one another. Let's take best practice and spread it around and use the competitive advantage of each country. And also not forget the ocean. It's a huge potential, economic potential. And so let's stay the course. That's what I will say.